Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we'll be doing a gentle yoga sequence with easy to follow poses. For this practice, you might need to use a block or some sort of device or prop just to help you with your elevation in certain poses. So to begin, we'll start off in a seated position with our legs crossed and our hands either on our laps or on our knees, eyes closed. I'm just going to take a few breaths here, just settling in, clearing our minds, and forgetting about everything that has nothing to do with us here on the mat. Feeling our lungs expand as we take a deep inhale, and then just relaxing, exhaling it all out through the mouth. And bringing your chin towards your chest, roll your head over to the left, bring your ear to your left shoulder. And then as you exhale, rolling it over to the right. And just going in this back and forth motion, matching your movements with your breath. And next time your head comes over to the left, you're going to hold it over there. And then with your right hand, stretch it out to the side with your fingertips just barely on the mat, feeling a lengthening going on the right side of your neck. And changing over to the other side, right ear to right shoulder, left fingertips stretching out. As we feel a nice little stretch going on the left. Bring our heads back to center, placing our hands onto our knees. We're going to take a deep inhale, lifting our chin up, pushing our chest out, and as we pull our shoulders back. And as we exhale, tucking our chin towards our chest, rounding our backs out as we pull our shoulders forward. Inhale for a variation of cow. And exhale, going into our cat. Going through 3 more rounds at your own pace. And on your last one, you can come back to stillness and you can move over onto your hands and knees, coming to a tabletop position. And from here, we're just going to roll over our wrists, making some nice big circles with our upper body, going in one direction before changing over into the other. Then coming back to stillness, we're going to place our weight onto the right side as we lift our left hand up, reaching for the sky. And then we're going to thread our hand between our right hand and knee, bringing our left shoulder and head all the way down to thread the needle. And then once you're down, you can either keep your right hand grounded or you can walk it out in front of you for a little bit of a stretch. Placing your right hand back, coming to a tabletop. We can move on to the other side. Right hand reaching up and high. And then threading the hands all the way down. Bring our right shoulder down as we just settle in for the pose. Reaching back in our tabletop. And then sink our chest and our head all the way down, straightening our legs, coming onto our stomachs, and then placing our forearms down, coming to a Sphinx pose, getting a nice little gentle back bend. Before moving your hands back below your shoulders, tucking your toes, you can lift your hips up and pushing them back into your downward facing dog. And then from your down dog, you can just walk your hands forward, walk your feet forward, towards your hands, coming into a forward fold, just letting your whole upper body hang and sway from side to side, getting a nice little release in your upper back. And you can just grab your elbows, coming into a ragdoll as we bend our legs one at a time. You just let gravity do all the work. And releasing your elbows. Take an inhale, placing your hand onto your shins. You lift our chest halfway, keeping our back nice and straight. And as we exhale, folding back forward and grabbing the back of our legs, and we just pull our chest a little bit closer towards our knees. And then when we can release, we can just slowly start rolling our backs up, one vertebra at a time, so you can come up into a standing position. Back up nice and straight, shoulders pulled back, palms facing forward for our Tadasana, mountain pose. And we can just hold here for a breath, feeling our feet nice and grounded. And then placing our hands on our lower backs, fingers pointing down, and push our hips forward, shoulders pulling back, head falling back for a nice little gentle back bend. And coming back up straight and falling forward into your forward fold. Then placing your hands down onto the mat, stepping back with your right foot, placing your back knee down, and lift your chest up, hands up for a low lunge, before bending your elbows to cactus your arms out to the side and raising your chin up to the sky. Place your hands down to frame your front foot. You're going to heel toe your left foot over to the right side, bringing your left knee down. You can let your foot just fall back a little bit closer to your right leg as we just sink our chest and our head all the way down, coming into a pigeon pose. And you just relax and feel our bodies and noticing any muscles or tension going on. And placing our hands back onto the mat, coming into our tabletop again. And then once more, we can just sink our chest all the way back down. And take an inhale, coming into our Sphinx once more. And then as we exhale, hands below shoulders, as we lift our hips up and back for our downward dog. And then once we're back in our down dog, we're going to walk our feet back to the top of the mat. Taking an inhale to go for a halfway lift. And then as we exhale, placing our hands back down, stepping back with our left foot now, left knee down, coming up into our low lunge, and then bending our elbows as we go for our back bend. Hands down to mat, shifting our right foot over to the left as we sink our right knee, and then let our back knee shift just a little bit back as we come down into our passive pigeon. Lifting our chests back up. Now you can meet me in a seated position with your left leg straightened out in front of you, with your right foot onto your left thigh, and we're going to twist our bodies facing our front foot, keeping our back nice and straight, and we're going to hinge forward, bringing our chest as close to our knee as possible, and then reaching our arms forward just to get a nice stretch going in our left leg. Straightening back up. We're going to place our right hand behind us and putting our weight onto our right knee. We're going to come up to assisted side plank with our right foot behind us and raising our left hand up and over our head. Getting a nice straight line from our fingertips to our heel. Coming back down. You can shift over to the other side. Right leg straightened out. Left foot on our right thigh. You're going to keep a nice straight back, shoulders pulled back, and just hinging forward over our right leg. Straightening our backs out. Left hand behind us, placing our weight onto our left knee as we come up into our assisted side plank. And from our plank, we can sink our hips back down. You can meet me laying on your backs, knees still bent. As you bring your knees over to your chest, hugging them in, You can maybe just sway from side to side, getting a nice little gentle back massage going in your spine. And then releasing your legs, letting them fall down to the left as you come into a bit of a belly twist. Trying to keep your right shoulder as grounded to the mat as you can as you feel a nice little twist in your spine. Bring your legs back to center and letting them fall over to the right. Then placing your feet down onto the mat, keeping your knees bent. From here, you might either use your prop as we're going to go into a bridge pose. So making sure your feet are as close to your hips as you can, so to the point where you can touch your heels. And you're going to gently start lifting your hips up, rolling up your spine. And as you raise your hips, you're going to take whatever prop you have, whether it be a block, taking either on the lowest or medium height. You're going to lay it just below your lower back to where the point of your base of your spine is, and just resting down on it as we just relax into this passive bridge pose. Keeping your hands by your sides. You just relax and feeling a nice little inverted back bend. And lifting your hips up just to remove the block. And then you can lower your back down as you straighten your legs as we come into our final pose of Shavasana. Hands relaxed by your sides. And you just close your eyes and let your body breathe for you. And you can gently start introducing some movement back into your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, moving your wrists and your ankles. And you can either stay lying on your back, or you can turn onto either your left or right side, whichever feels most comfortable. And just take a few moments reflecting on the practice, on how we feel, on how our bodies feel. You can either stay down or you can push yourself up, coming into a seated position, eyes still closed. As you all just take one last breath in together, hands at heart center, and then bowing as we exhale to close our practice. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found some benefits. And please let me know if there's anything else you would like me to do or practice. And I hope to see you guys again next time on the Yoga Mat.